Hello, everybody. Right now, I'd like to talk to you about the Donald Trump and Rob Reiner situation. Now, before you go any further, I know you want to hear another person on the internet's attempt to interpret what's going on, but unfortunately, I have to because it's relevant. It's starting to show cracks in the armor within the Trump coalition. And why? Because there's evidence that it's showing pushback on the Trump coalition from the conservative base. Now, if you really go back, I'm not going to say what Donald Trump said about Rob Reiner. He was a good director, made some of my favorite movies, and it's not relevant. You could definitely go find it out there if you really want to. Just for the record, what happened to them is horrible, and I'm terribly sorry. However, it's politically relevant because trashing Rob Reiner is not the first stupid thing that he's done in his short second term. He's basically trashed everybody that's his political rivals. He's done a lot of stupid things. He's rounded up about what 2 million immigrants, maybe. He's deported them even against court orders. He sent the military in the streets. He's kept some of the military in the streets, defying court orders. He's trying to start a war in Venezuela. I mean, the list of this stuff keeps going on. But if you really want to look at why it's important that he's getting pushback, because Donald Trump hasn't delivered for the working class members of his base. He hasn't delivered for the upper class members of his base either. Now, what he ran on? He ran on economic issues, the table issues. A lot of people believed he was going to he was the best shot at getting prices to come down, tackling cost of living. And he ran on it. Now, he didn't really have a plan, but he did run on it. And it worked. Now we're a year into it. Because of the tariffs that he put in there, it's causing prices to go up. It's rattling the job market. Generally speaking, the price of everything is going up quicker. He's reintroduced inflation. We are now in a recession because we have two quarters of actually negative growth, which just kind of sucks. A lot of people that are federal workers have been fired. A lot of people that voted for him have been negatively affected by his economic decisions. To top it all, a lot of the mega base, although I doubt their sincerity a lot of times, and I question their sincerity even on this show, a lot of the non-interventionalists are pretty upset about what he's trying to do in Venezuela. They don't want to be involved. So what am I saying? Trump hasn't done anything good since he stepped into office. He hasn't done anything to help anybody at all. The tariffs are just there so he can get payoffs. He's using basically monopoly in antitrust cases to his advantage to get payoffs so he can, in exchange for favorable rulings. He's doing that with Paramount. So in other words, what has he done? He's enriched himself and he's screwed everybody else. So he's getting pushback. So what's going on is people on the right, even though mildly, are criticizing Donald Trump for what he's doing. James Woods was just on Fox News telling him that Rob Reiner was a great guy, worked with him, he shouldn't have done it. That was good for James. He's getting pushback from Fox News. He's getting pushback from one of his former advisors who just did an interview with David Pakman. And this is what I would say. If the economy was doing better and people were actually benefiting off his decisions, I don't think he would be getting any pushback. Or if they would push back on this, they just get the same thing. They get the backlash, they get the death threats. A bunch of idiots on the internet be flexing at her. But you're not getting that right now. Now, when you get to be a president, you're going to be really popular in the beginning and you're going to slowly lose popularity as you go on, no matter who you are. And Trump is going through that right now, and he's matching with the fact that he's not a very skilled politician. He doesn't really know what he's doing other than enriching himself. He seems to be very good at that. He's trying to go after his political opponents with the legal system. So far, it's failed. And even though the Supreme Court's bending over backwards to make sure he can do any stupid thing he wants, and they're not giving him any accountability for not even listening to him, all that, he's basically forced a lot of conservatives that are working for him to basically realize they have no accomplishments. They've not done anything. I mean, even in the first term, there wasn't a lot, but there was at least a couple. You can at least say that renegotiating a NAFTA was pretty smart. I mean, there wasn't like too many things, but right now, it's slim pickings. So this is what I think is going to happen. Unless the economy can go better, and it can become better because of the policies that are at least perceived from the Trump regime, it's going to be a lot easier to give him a backlash going forward. Because that's how it works for politics. When somebody's new and everybody loves them, you can't give a backlash if 70% of the country loves them. As much as you could even be right, 30% is still a smaller number than 70%. You'll be drowned out. So the good news is this. Trump is going to be finally being held slightly accountable for his reckless behavior, and it's showing cracks in the coalition. The bad news is he's still the president of the country I live in, so he's going to be doing a bunch of stupid things that negatively affect the same country that I live in as well as he does. And out of the two of us, I'm the only one who cares. Bottom line, people. 3 more years of this stupidity. 3 more years of destruction. 3 more years of very little accomplishments. And I guess we'll have to see what happens next year in the midterms. We'll see if people actually get off their butts and do something about it.